Last week we explored the history of automaton, mysterious mechanical characters that have been the fascination of Victorian parlor presentations, stage performances, and even the focal point of contemporary movies. One of the original creators of these Victorian robots was a French magician by the name of Robert Houdin. This week we continue our interview with a brilliant builder in Los Angeles. He is keeping this legacy alive as he restores and even reconstructs some of the most famous automatons in history. His name is John Gong, and it was our pleasure to spend an afternoon with him in his incredible shop. How many performance automatons? Like, I think I'm looking at one right. Is that the magician right over there with the hats and the cards that are numbered?
That is Psycho.
Psycho.
That is from Harry Keller. Gave it to Houdini in 1919 because Houdini had a keen interest in automata.
Really?
Yes.
And it belonged to Keller and was given to Harry Houdini.
Yeah. Harry Keller was known to go to London, and he actually took things. And so he found the guy that could copy Maskelyne's Psycho, built in 1875, and in 1878, he had that one built for himself. And he toured that all around the world, because when he didn't want to take the big show, he would always take Psycho. So that's
Is that a mind-reading trick then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's very, very clever.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then let's talk about the Turk, because that...
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the Turk. I didn't know we were going to talk about it. This is Making Marvels, Science and Splendor at the Courts of Europe at the Metropolitan Museum in New York City. This show is going on right now. And there are 171 pieces that the Met has from all over the world there, and a lot of important automata pieces that they have pulled in together. And there's only one piece in there that's a reproduction, and it's my Turk.
Yeah. So can I say what I know of the story? And
Yeah.
And then you can correct me.
Please.
Okay. So I don't know the year. I mean, I was looking at it earlier, but they wanted to create a machine that could basically think for itself, and you could interact with it and play chess with it.
Yes.
And two notable statements that played chess with the Turk was Napoleon.
Yes.
And Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Yes. And I heard that he beat both of them.
Yes.
And then when he beat Napoleon cleared the chessboard and dismissed it.
Well, you're right. When Napoleon saw that he was being beat, he ended the game by making a false move and making a joke out of it, and trying to get out of it as tactfully as possible.
Because he did not want to suffer defeat.
Right.
And probably at the hands of a Turk either.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what the political scene was back then, but
you're right.
And so, but they were infusing a magic show into this, because throughout the game they could open different parts of the cabinet to show that it's empty and nobody's in there, showing the gears and the cogs that must be the brain of the machine. And then there was even additional mechanisms in there that would make noise every time it would pick up one of the pieces, to add to the storyline that it was a machine that was playing chess. And so he had facial expressions, right?
Somewhat. I mean, his eyes moved and his
shifting
head,
back and forth.
Yeah,
like
and his head, moved right and left.
And then he rap once for check and rap twice with this hand here.
Yes.
For checkmate.
Yes. He's good.
I did my homework.
Yes, you did.
So, okay, so now that we've established the story and what it was, how in the hell did you create this? Probably as close to what the original looked like as you were capable of, right?
It's not like I built that thing last year.
It was a long work in progress.
It's between 35 and 40 years ago I started on this piece. That there was over 800 books written about this fellow over the 250-year period. And no one got it. No one got it.
They were all theories.
They were all theories, and one guy, you don't see a first-person report so many times in writing. It's the author got his information from another author, his book, and down the line. So it's kind of like telling a joke or a story. By the time it gets back around to you, it's really weird.
Yes.
So that's what happened when I got into doing the Turk. There were so many different theories about it and how it worked, and so
how long of a journey was it from the moment you started tinkering around to the time of the first performance?
The journey is still going on.
Really?
Yeah, every time I find a little more information, I try to incorporate it into the Turk.
So it's always a work in progress.
Yes, I hope it continues.
And well, that brings up another question that I wanted to ask you. Robert Houdin and John Neville Maskelyne, brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
Came out of those minds.
Correct.
Do you feel that, and this might be putting you on the spot, but
you mean
is the level of ingenuity and creativity just as strong now as it was back then? Because
I don't think so, because back then you had very little materials and
a lot of limitations.
Yeah, and machinery, no
the tools
electricity.
weren't as advanced.
No. And back behind me here, that piece made in 1838 in the Netherlands actually plays the clarinet. And
for real?
Yeah, for real. I mean, it's not like music coming out of the chest on a...
And that's 100% independent then? It doesn't need a human to play it?
No.
It's 100%?
Yeah, and its fingers are articulated up and down and back and forth.
Wow.
So it has a 32-note chromatic scale. So it plays complex pieces by Beethoven and von Weber, and the drums in the back you can take out and put in different pieces, and it's remarkable. And that is one of the most important pieces, I think, in the history of automata, and no one knows about it because it was hidden away in a closet for the last 125 years. I feel, first of all, that I'm very lucky. It's like, how did I get to have this? And then I feel really nervous and a big burden on my shoulders to do this piece justice.
Sure.
And don't mess it up.